Yo.
Yep.
You good, Chris?
Yep.
All right. So, Pete, Big Hurt, TJ, Chris here at Boxing in University, BigHurtTV. And today we're going to be talking about the fight between Lomachenko and Walter. So, I start all the time. Let's get Chris started this time. I'm always starting out. But so, what'd you think of it?
Well, it's I thought exactly how I thought it would go, except for the stoppage.
Okay. I think that caught them all off guard.
I thought for sure it was going to go 12 rounds. I thought Lomachenko was just going to outwork him, be too quick for Walters. I mean, I think Walters is too slow for him. But the only thing about Walters is that he has that heavy hand.
He's got the
heavy
power.
hitter. So it was kind of interesting to see how Lomachenko would handle that.
Right.
But then again, he has like 300 plus fights. So
right.
It's like he's faced everyone with power to speed, and so it's like it's nothing new to him.
Yeah, between his amateur and pro career, it's over 400.
Yeah, probably now it is.
Because it's, what was it, 497 altogether with one loss. So 396 wins and then one loss.
Right.
And then his
pro career.
8 pro career.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, so the thing that really impressed me about so I don't think that it wasn't that Walters was slow. It's just that he did not know how to handle all that movement. And Walters doesn't move a lot either. Like he's very when he was standing there, he was like wide-footed and he was just standing there. And to go up against a Lomachenko, that is like the worst thing you can do.
That's too, but he's faced a guy like Nonito Donaire.
Right.
So he
beat Donaire and what's his name?
Vic.
Vic Darchinyan.
Yeah.
So I mean, he knows how to deal with people who are fast like that, who are crafty like that, who are very mobile like that.
Yeah, Donaire moves a lot, but he doesn't have the skill set Lomachenko has.
Lomachenko, his movement is, I think that I haven't seen, even Pacquiao cannot, when I'm talking about movement, like I'm talking about, the thing that impresses me about Lomachenko is that it's not just his movement, but his footwork is so good that he is always ready to throw a punch. No matter how fast his feet are moving, he's always ready to throw a punch. So when he does those slips, and he does a lot of that, like he does that lateral movement a lot, where he was causing Walters a lot of problems with that because Walters just didn't know where he was. He'd be behind him, where he does that thing where he basically slips to the side and then he's hitting you in the side of the head, or that lateral movement was just causing Walters so much problem because his feet were just set; they were so wide apart. Like, what are you going to do?
The worst thing to do.
It's the worst thing you do against somebody who moves like that.
Yeah, because every time he would really kind of plant his feet and he would try to get ready, Lomachenko was just kind of like, he would throw a couple of pawing punches at him, and he'd cover up, and then he'd just step on his outside.
That's it.
And then by the time he actually let his arms down so he can try to do something, he's like, oh,
where's he at?
And he was already getting hit in the face.
He's always getting hit in the face. And I will give Walters this. Walters did a good job of covering up. I mean, even though he was getting flanked the whole night, he was never in a position to really throw a power shot. He can never really take advantage of his advantage, which is the power.
I think there's a lot of things that played into factor. I mean, Walters had a good long layoff, which was not smart.
But it was normal for him, right? He usually does a fight a year, right?
I'm not sure. I don't watch him too much, but when you're inactive, it doesn't help out when you're coming back, especially facing a guy with an IQ such as Lomachenko. I mean, Lomachenko's so smart in the sport. I mean, it's kind of hard to be like, okay, I'm going to fight the best. After taking such a long layoff. And then, especially because he looked bad his last fight against Sosa.
Okay.
He fought at 130 against a guy named Sosa, and he didn't look impressive at all. I mean, so it was just like, I kind of knew Lomachenko would just school him because Lomachenko has faced guys in the amateurs like Felix Verdejo, who are big power hitters, and he's handled them like he handles all his opponents so far, changing the angles, throwing his quick hands and then just using his IQ in the ring. I mean, his IQ in the ring, I think, is something that we haven't really seen because he's, like you said, he's such aware when he's changing angles and slipping and rolling. Yeah. You could literally see him watching, looking for the openings as he's doing it. So that's what makes him a threat.
I think that the fact that he can take advantage of those openings when he sees them because his footwork is so good.
Yeah.
He's always ready to take advantage. So,
and he's so fast.
And he's so fast.
Like his hand speed is ridiculous.
Yeah.
If you watch him like shot.
I watched him do uppercuts. His hands literally like a blur.
They look like a blur.
Literally blurred. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Like and like I said,
also he changes
Pacquiao
the speed. He changes the speed of his hands. Like if you look at
his power.
If you look at one fight, like he'll just be doing this, and then all you hear is pop, 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 and then he's right back to doing slow hands.
Yeah.
And so it's like you never know when he's gonna go to sixth gear on you.
Yeah, because he's changing tempos, which is something a lot of fighters don't do either.
Yeah.
So, which is it's taught, but like it's like most people don't take advantage of it. Where he's been in the amateur game so long. I mean, that's what they do is they quick hands, because they're trying to score points.
Right.
Yeah. And I mean he brings an amateur style into the pro fights, but with a lot of activity, a lot of hems, and then a lot, and then he has to throw the power because it is different. I think that's one thing he had to adjust, from his first fight against Orlando Salido. I mean, a lot of people think he won it still, but still, I think, but the whole thing is Salido really did show him it's a pro game now. It's not a amateur game. So, I mean, I think that's the one thing why maybe judges scored it the way they did.
And judges are going to score it all different types of ways because, like you were talking about before, you have to look at who's the most effective puncher.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And some judges, that's not where they put most of their weight. So you can't. You really have to take it out of the judge's hands.
Yeah.
And that was just a situation where he didn't, and that is his one loss that he's got.
Exactly. Yeah.
So.
I think he learned a lot from that fight.
He did.
Because he doesn't even fight the same from that fight. He kind of has the same tactics, but now
he has that pro mentality now.
Right.
He realized I have to throw to hurt more. I have to be a little more aggressive. And not even that. I mean, I think he does such a good job. Just like you guys were all saying, it's just that he changes his hand speed to the power, to the speed, to soft punches, to just making you think. I mean, that's the main thing. He's getting his opponents to think now. Right. And that's the thing.
I think that was one of. So the commentators were even saying that Walters wasn't throwing a lot of punches, and I was seeing where there were plenty of times where Walters would get ready to throw a punch and then he'd stop, and the punch would be there.
Yeah.
But the problem is that Lomachenko's movement is so amazing that you never know if he's going to be there when you throw that punch.
Yeah.
So you're very hesitant to throw that shot. And that's pretty much what the whole fight was just a whole bunch of. There was a couple of rounds, like the third round, they gave the third round to Walters.
The main thing is like Lomachenko got in Walters' head. So that's the whole thing. It's like boxing is a lot of mental.
He was scared to throw that punch because so many times he threw it.
But
I mean, it's like Walters landed some good shots a few times, but wasn't to be able to stay consistent with it.
Right.
But I think it was the whole thing of Lomachenko got his head early. And then especially like the round before, he even just stood there in the middle, just like
with hands down.
Hands down, looked at him. And then the round before that, he even if you watch the end of the round again, he pointed at Walters and like, I got your number.
Right, yeah.
And I think Walters from then on was covered up even more and then just realized he was being outclassed.
Right.
And then he was like, there's nothing to do with it. And then, the last round, Lomachenko was just having his way with power shots. With just clean.
And Walters just couldn't do anything.
And then he felt his body going out. I mean, he was hurt that whole round.
You could see it. Yeah, you could see it.
So he's like, I just still disappointed in Walters though that he would quit.
That he would quit. Yeah.
In the corner. I mean, I think if anything, the coach should be the one to call it as a fighter. It's like you should go out there willing to be like go all out until you either knocked out. Like those fighters that say, I'll die in the ring.
Right.
It's like that's what we're trying.
Not like
that's what we want to see.
Yeah.
We want to see that in the boxers, and we want to see that from champions.
Yes.
So that's the whole thing. This was a championship fight. Walter is an excellent champion, undefeated fighter. I mean, who is a power hitter.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why he would quit because
he still had the capability to fight.
Not that he has the capability to knock out Lomachenko.
Exactly.
If he would land just one of his power shots and start just throwing.
Just start throwing. That's what I was about to say. It's like you can't fault him for giving up the fight.
Yeah.
But when you give up the fight and you ain't even really trying to fight yet, You haven't thrown your punches. You've been sitting there the whole fight. I kept seeing him do that. He was going to throw punches, but he wouldn't throw it. It's just like if you go out there and you leave it all out there, you threw all those shots, you threw all the punches, he missed them all. You know what I mean? Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Then we can say, okay, I get it. But when you're sitting out there and you're not throwing your punches and you quit, then you're just a quitter.
Yeah, but I mean, there was a few things.
I get it, but understand though, like the mental part was the main thing. That's why really Walters quit, and he felt and he knew he was going out either the next round or the 9th round. I mean, he was on his way out either way.
Right.
But I think it's just Walters. You know, one, he was probably looking out for his career. He looked like he realized like I'm going to be put out, so you know I should save some of my career.
Right.
But you know, like I said, it's a championship fight. You should go out and put it all out on the line, unless your coach really calls it. And let your coach call it. You know, be the fighter. Don't be the coach in your
exactly. Just like the coach does, it's not going to be the fighter.
Exactly.
The fighter shouldn't be the coach, and let the coach do his job.
Exactly. So. And you know, it's like.
You know what I did notice though is that the coaches were really getting infuriated with him.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you could see it between the two corners. Like there was a sense of urgency toward the fighters.
Yeah.
Like not so much towards Lomachenko, but in Walters, you had like 3 different guys yelling at him. Like that's usually a bad sign.
Yeah.
When you got 3 coaches yelling at you, like do this, and you know when you got 3 of them yelling at you like round after round, like it was like at least the last 3 rounds.
The whole thing is they didn't know what to do.
They didn't know what to do. Yeah, nobody knew what to do. Well,
they couldn't crack him.
They couldn't crack him. Yeah,
exactly.
So like Mayweather, nobody really knows what to do with Mayweather. It's like you can always have a plan coming in, but.
And the whole thing is you just gotta let your hands go.
Right.
I mean,
and that's really what it comes down to.
That's the main thing. It's just like, okay, if you can't outsmart them, then let's make it a.
Just beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, let's make it a war. It's a fight. It's still a fight.
It's still a fight.
So, you know, let's see if my power shots and one of them lands, and who knows?
And they could completely change this fight around.
Yeah, exactly. If you drop the guy, then change the fight. I mean, it's like one of the best fighters, you know, we all saw against, you know, you said Floyd. You know, it's like Marcus Madonna.
Right.
He just went in there and threw.
He
didn't get a pair. He didn't. He wasn't trying to outbox him.
Yeah, he did hurt him.
Yeah, he hurt him what? He hurt him twice.
Yeah, I mean,
really bad.
Floyd still got the better of him, but it was the more entertaining fight so we've seen. It's just because Marcus Madonna wasn't trying.
He wasn't going to lay down.
He wasn't going to lay down. He was like, he wasn't going to try to think with Floyd.
Right.
He was just like, all right,
I already know that you got this. I know that that's not my lane.
Exactly.
I got my piece in this that I'm bringing to the table, and I'm going to bring that shit.
He knows he has power. Yes. He hits hard, and he knows if he just stays on him, hey, anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
So that's the thing with Lomachenko. Lomachenko's not, he's a hard hitter. He gets your respect, but he's not a guy who is going to put you out really.
Right.
You know, it's like, I don't see him have like the Manny Pacquiao punches.
Right.
Like, it's crack out, like, whoa, you know. But you still see that he has enough power to make you respect him.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like if Walters would just throw, you know, it's like he's, you know, has to take that chance.
Right. That was the problem. He, in the beginning of the fight, not only did he get into his head, but you could see that whenever he threw something, he punished him for it.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was already like, oh, well, he's kind of fast. I'll throw it out there. He's never there. Not only is he never there, but I'm getting hit every time I throw something. So it's just like, do I really want to throw this?
Right.
So it's just like he never got into a flow because every time he would try, he would get hit in the face or would get hit in the body. And Lomachenko's really good at, you know, not only changing the tempo, but also going high-low. Yeah. So you never know which way he's going to go, or if he's going to hit you because he feints a lot too.
Yeah.
So that's what he did with, I think it was Martinez. He was going for a hook.
For that hook, and
then he tried to step under it. He waited for him to step under it, and then uppercut and cross.
Head up,
uppercut and hook, and he was
over.
right out.
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, he does that all the time. He changes.
And in my opinion, though, it's like I think Lomachenko is probably best pound for pound fighter out there right now.
Yeah.
I mean, because just look at his career. Even though he has only 8 fights, 9 fights, 8 fights.
Yeah.
So it's like even though he has, you know, that amount of fights, he's faced almost championship fights.
Yeah.
You know,
and that's what Roy Jones
he's
was talking
beaten
about.
all the top contenders. And
so speaking of top contenders, you know, they're talking about Pacquiao.
Yeah,
Lomachenko now.
Lomachenko. Yeah,
I mean, it's either going to be Pacquiao and
Terrence
Crawford, or Lomachenko, or Pacquiao might end up fighting them both. So Bob Arum was talking about, because Pacquiao's training right now. He's getting ready for him at the beginning of the year, like February timeframe, something like that. So they're talking about, the talks are out there. And Bob Arum was, they were talking about how is this guy going to really be able to train for this level of fighter when you were still doing your congressional duties.
Yeah, but the whole thing with Pacquiao, see, like, I mean, that's going to be a whole different fight in itself. I mean, it's like, because one thing you got to realize, Lomachenko is going to have to move up another weight.
Right. Yeah.
So
they're only going to go 140 is the highest.
No, 135. Lomachenko already said he wanted
he already said he wouldn't move to more.
He said he wanted to move to 135.
So it'd be 135.
Right.
I mean, so you got to realize Pacquiao's been up with the top level fighters at 147.
Right.
So he's going down to top of a 30-pounder, 126-pounder. So is it going to be the weight that's going to have Pacquiao as an advantage in the sense that he's still dropping guys at 147 and 140?
Yeah, but that's a completely different beast. Whether you're going up in weight or you're going down in weight, it's a completely different beast.
But see, Lomachenko hasn't faced a beast like Manny Pacquiao either, who has speed.
Well, I don't think Pacquiao has faced anybody like a Lomachenko.
Oh, well, you saw Floyd Mayweather. Come on.
Yeah, but Floyd Mayweather, let me tell you something.
It's a different kind of beast.
It's a different kind of beast, yeah.
Understandable, but Floyd, see the whole thing about
Lomachenko is way more aggressive.
Exactly. So Lomachenko is going to expose himself a little bit more than Floyd is.
But I don't see that though. I understand what you're saying. I know that when you're being aggressive, you put yourself out there to be hit. But the way that Lomachenko throws punches, he throws punches. And when I say his footwork, when I'm talking about his footwork, he's always ready to throw a punch. He is throwing punches when he's moving.
But you got to realize, too, Pacquiao does that, too.
But Pacquiao, well,
not as much.
Not as much and not as well as well.
But see, there's two different footworks. Lomachenko has a footwork where he's changing angles consistently.
Right.
And it's always going to be movement.
Right.
Pacquiao does change his footwork. He throws at weird angles. He throws at awkward angles too.
But he's in front of you a lot. Pacquiao is.
But yeah, because you gotta realize this Pacquiao has the power punch. He wants to knock you out.
Right. So he's got to stand still to make you stand still.
But he's not. But he has the movement. That's what you gotta realize. He has the movement to match Lomachenko.
I don't think he's gonna match it.
I think so. Baby, you gotta realize Pacquiao at 135, he was knocking everybody out.
Right.
He moved up to 140. He was knocking everybody out. He's not 147. He's not knocking everyone out, but he's still dropping people. Right. And he's the smaller guy.
Right.
So going into this fight, he's going to be at a guy where it's the same weight. Or now he's going to be comfortable with guys who hit a lot harder than Lomachenko. And
that makes sense.
It's like it's going to be a different game. I mean, I don't cross out Lomachenko because I think Lomachenko has the skills to beat him. I do that, but I would still have to give it the advantage to Pacquiao because of where his career's at.
Where he's been.
And also, where he's been. Yeah. Exactly. So it's like, and Pacquiao's such a harder hitter than Lomachenko.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the other thing.
It doesn't seem like it. That's the thing that's really funny about it is that Pacquiao doesn't look like he's hitting hard.
Exactly.
He doesn't look like he's hitting hard. Because he's throwing so fast, it looks like there's not a lot of power behind it, but he's knocking dudes out.
Yeah. And Pacquiao takes away one of his advantages, too. Usually, Lomachenko starts off kind of slow.
Yes.
Because he's already understanding that maybe he's going to go the distance, so he usually goes the distance for fights.
Right.
But Pacquiao's used to that too. So even if it's the first round or the last round, Pacquiao can still throw foot speed punches. So that takes away one of Lomachenko's advantages of,
that's a good point.
Eating up the body and then wait until they slow down. Pacquiao ain't going to slow down.
Yeah, he's not.
Yeah. That's the whole thing. It's like, and plus you gotta look at Pacquiao's career, man. He's faced
I agree with
Marquez. He's faced
exactly.
Yeah. I mean, he's the best counterpunchers. He's faced the best like Miguel Cotto's.
Yeah, and Miguel Cotto is just a beast too.
Exactly.
He just keeps coming.
Even Antonio Margarito.
Yes.
I mean, like that guy was so big. I mean, it's like Joshua Clottey. I mean, it's like he's faced so many top opponents at a higher weight. Where I think it's going to be a really more dangerous fight for Lomachenko than Matt Pacquiao. Right. I think Pacquiao would have the advantage in it for sure. But, I wouldn't cross it off. And then it would be the fight to watch. Right. That's the thing. It'll be one of the best fights they could make besides Canelo and Triple G.
Yeah.
But I would still have to give the edge to Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I'm excited to see when it is. So they're talking about February time frame. Whenever they nail that date down, we'll get a chance to watch that fight. We'll be back here and watch it with you guys. Talk about it. Hey, this has been Big Hurt, TJ, Chris here at Boxing University, BigHurtTV. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys want to see any more other videos, go ahead and put it in the comments below. You want to have some conversations, just go ahead and let us know. And give us a like, give us a subscribe. Keep it coming.
Keep putting them to sleep.
Peace.